Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Stefan Hager, Switzerland. I'm reading Jude or Yehuda, this letter about false teachers, and today we are just reading verse 5. And then we will have some reflection from the Old Testament, from the Torah. So open your own language Bible. Do not hesitate to ask me questions if you don't understand. If I can't answer the questions to you, ask God, Allah, directly. Don't hesitate. He will speak to you. He is a personal God. Verse 5 of this very, very short letter, one of the 66 books in the Bible. I want to remind you about some things you already know. So sometimes God tells us things we already know. We know how it's about Him and us, but He repeats it. So what he writes here, the Lord saved His people, the people of Israel, Ban Israel. He brought them out of Egypt. Yes, but later He destroyed those who did not believe. How did this happen? We go back into the Torah. Look at this. Then we see in Exodus chapter 12 that here at night, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, sent for Moses and Aaron. He said to them, "Get out of here, you and the Israelites. Leave my people. Go worship the Lord, just as you have asked. Go, take your flocks and herds, just as you have said, and so give me your blessing." He was upset by the punishment of God, and he says, the Israelites, you can leave. But then it says that God delivered the people out of Egypt, and still they did not believe His promises. And in the desert, they got upset when they came to Mara, and this is now in chapter 15 of Exodus. Mara means bitter. They couldn't drink the water there. It was bitter. That's why the place is named Mara. The people told Moses they weren't happy with him. They said, "What were we supposed to drink?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord. Look, he was a good pastor. The Lord showed him a stick. Moses threw it into the water, and the water became sweet. And then the Lord made a rule and a law for the people. And there He put them to the test. He says, "I'm the Lord your God. Listen carefully to my voice. Do what is right in my eyes. Pay attention to my commands. Obey all of my rules. If you do, I will not send on you any of the sicknesses and plagues of the Egyptians. Because I am the Lord that heals you." But then again, some people rebelled. We have it a few chapters later. In Exodus 32, after they worshipped the golden calf, they were not supposed to. They got the 10 Commandments. They didn't believe God. And then the Lord ordered Moses to send people, the Levites. They must go back and forth through the camp from one to each other. Each man must kill his brother, friend, and neighbor. This is verse 27 and 28 of chapter 32. Exodus. Look at this. The punishment. The Levites did as Moses commanded. About 3,000 of the people died that day. The Lord has blessed this day because His punishment came on 3,000 people who didn't believe God. So these are the examples from the Old Testament of those false teachers.